high levels of poverty,
unemployment,
stigma and discrimination,
gender-based violence,
sexual harassment,
early marriages and pregnancies,
drug abuse,
leadership and governance.
These are some of the pressing issues affecting our communities.
Raise your voice and speak up because you are the solution.
And by working together, we can create locally driven solutions that can transform our society and the world. Be a voice of change today.
Impact Show, the voice of change.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Impact Show, the voice of change. It is yet another day, another interesting day, and today we are having someone that most of you people know. There's that song, that common song, Baby, you know, that was that big voice those days, you know. And this is the man here, and let me just allow him to introduce himself.
To start with, I think my voice is smooth, not what you just heard. Well, I go by the name TY2, and yeah, some people say I look different, a bit chubby. Now it's growth. I'm a big man now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, interesting. So that's TY2. TY2. Just recently we saw something on social media. Actually, you graduated. Congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you graduated with I don't know, what did you graduate? Did the degree in theology?
No, a diploma.
A diploma
So
in
up to 2
theology.
years.
So here, right here, we have a minister in this place. So I believe by the time I'm walking out of this show, I'm going to be blessed. Anyway, let's continue. People out there who are going through a lot of challenges. They're addicted to drugs. We have had a lot of cases when it comes to mental health issues. People have been killing themselves. There's a lot going on. The rate of HIV has gone up, and I believe that when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. You know, people will always destroy their lives. So looking at you as an icon and following you as a preacher of you always talk about purpose nowadays and just that having a good image. What do you have to say around that?
For a lot of young people, we always seek, yes, I'm saying we, still young, we always seek to be accepted. Mm-hmm. And usually it's not really being accepted by family. Family already loves you, you know, but being accepted by people that we hang with, being accepted in certain social gatherings and all of it. So you find that to feel like you're part of something, you end up doing the wrong things. Be it getting into sexual things, getting into drugs, and just all that craziness. Every time you face a challenge, it is wise to have that conversation with yourself. Try to get to that point, to pinpoint where that trouble started. For example, one who's been slapped over and over from a young age. You find that even as they get older, the only response they know to anything that happens, if somebody says something they don't like, how do you think they respond? Let me punch. Something's not going correct. The first thing that comes to mind is violence. With some of them, when they face a challenge, they hold back. And we know that obviously for the one that's very violent, the consequences are very crazy, because what if you hit somebody and then that person dies? You're locked up. Even if that person doesn't die, but you hurt them so bad that you actually impact that person's life negatively. You break one of their limbs, for example. You've changed the course of their life. For that person who holds back, you don't speak with anybody. You just become so reserved and you just want to spend time alone. So whatever challenge that you face and there's nobody to talk to, that's where you see people now hanging themselves at a young age. Imagine a situation where this young person just failed a grade 12 exam. It's not the end of the world. You can rewrite those things. But because of what society has painted, and that person couldn't fully express themselves because they're fearing that judgment. Some will turn to the booze, some will turn to the rope. Some would turn to that chemical and just end their life. But if they had spoken to somebody, reach out to somebody that you trust and say, look, I'm facing this challenge. I need help. That person will be able to speak. If they can't handle it, they'll also pass you on to a person that is so experienced to handle whatever situation that you face. So whatever challenge that you face, it's not the end of the world. It's only for a short period. But the point is, make that step to open your mouth. Speak. And that's the only way that help will come your way.
Wow. Those are very, very inspiring words. Very, very inspiring words. I hope you've heard. I hope the viewers have heard about that. Okay, so when it comes to young people, how can somebody discover their purpose?
I'll give an example of myself. I like doing that anyways because I know how crazy I was at a certain period of time in life. And as time went on, you start thinking, there's more to this than everything else that I've been busy with. I've survived that. I got crazy there. I would have died, but I'm here. You know, I used to know ABCD and they buried them. And I'm still here. There must be something bigger to this gift that I've been given. So when you have conversations like that, and you look at everything else that would have taken your life, or everything else that will put you in cells, for example, locked up, but you're out, you're still free. You wake up every morning, you have your breakfast, you have your lunch, you still go back to sleep. There must be purpose. I'm going to quote Dr. Miles Monroe. Do you know what he said?
The greatest tragedy in life is death, but life without a purpose.
So a lot of people always, how do I discover my purpose? How do I, see it from this angle. When you realize that your life is not just about you, but the next person, that will guide you onto what purpose is about. What are you good at? Let me ask you, what are you good at?
All right, so basically for me, I'm good at encouraging people. Let me just say my purpose is to help people discover, manifest, and maximize their purpose in God, transforming ordinary people into influential leaders in the society.
Already, that's about the next person, isn't it? So now you get it. So for every young person out there, if you sit down and say, what am I good at? What can I do for that brother, that sister? What can I do for that lady, that man? Then you're already getting into purpose because God put something in you that's going to help the next person. The more you help that person, you channel it through to the next generation.
All right, otherwise, I'm super excited, and it's been a privilege to have you here. Trust me, I'm inspired. I'm personally inspired. I'm one of your fans.
Thank you very much.
I'm one of you. Otherwise, what are your last words?
My last words will start by just making this clear. I think some people out there think me talking about Jesus is a now thing. I'm loud about it now because I get what I'm supposed to do. But it's been a journey that took a very long time to get where I am now. It wasn't just boom, instant. I didn't suffer a certain thing for me to turn to God. I didn't, because some people always want to hear, so what happened? Now I was almost at the brink of dying and then I saw a light and then I turned, no. But looking at everything that I've been through, the things that I have survived, the things that I have done, and to remember the voice has always been speaking to me. God has always spoken to me and said, I'm here for you. Remember me. And when I completely said, okay, let me go back to basics, because when I started with the music, I first sang in the choir.
Interesting.
So it wasn't the first time. This is not the first time I'm actually talking about God. I was exposed to God from school.
Interesting.
Because the school I went to belonged to the SDA church.
Interesting.
I actually got baptized in 1997. 98 I completed. And
interesting, that's a long time.
I'm still there. Completed, and with life, you get into society, you get crazy, and all that stuff. But anyway, to cut the long story short, this is the best decision ever because I'm living my life with a complete purpose. Building the next person, bettering myself, because every time he speaks, I check myself. There's a mirror in front of me. Every time I read the Bible is like a mirror. You see yourself in there and you start correcting things. The more you read, the more the Holy Spirit guides you just become a better person and you relate better to the next person.
All right. No, thank you so much. We could also use this privilege, obviously, to tell the audience about your music. Where can they find your music? Do you have are you working on something? Do you have a new album? Or?
I released an album, my first gospel album titled I Am Home.
Okay.
It's on Boomplay, it's on Spotify, it's on all these files that you get music from. And I just released a new single, so it's going to be on Boomplay as well very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a new album coming. I think February you should be able to get the new album.
Okay.
And I hope you like it.
All right. All right. No, thank you so much. So this was the Impact Show, the voice of change. I hope you heard something. I hope you've learned something. I am personally inspired. I hope you are inspired too. Otherwise, for now, till next time. Otherwise, it's kaboom. Thank you.